Welcome back, everyone. Today we are making a leek and cauliflower soup, going along with our soups for fall and winter. This is another really healthy option that'll leave you satisfied but really low in calories still and high in all your vitamins and nutrients. Anyway, so we'll get started. You can see I just have my stock pot here again. And like I said in other videos, if you want, you can actually saute things in like a frying pan or something. I don't like doing dishes, so I do it all in one pot, and then I don't lose any of the flavor. It all sits in that same oil. So I'm just going to go ahead, swirl some around on the bottom. If you want to measure, you can use 2 tablespoons or something. Usually I just add as needed to keep a coating on our vegetables. Next we're going to add roughly 2 cups of chopped leeks. This will be about 2 large leeks. I say about, our leeks didn't quite get the chance to fully develop this year with their early snowfall, but we're going to put these in here and just saute these over medium heat until they start to brown a little bit, or I would say between 8 and 10 minutes. After that, we'll start adding our cauliflower. So now our leeks are just starting to brown. We're gonna go ahead and add cauliflower, and we'll be adding an entire head of cauliflower that we've chopped up. I didn't measure this. I feel like heads of cauliflower just get kind of an average size one. With soup, you don't have to be exact. You can kind of just blend stuff together, but you'll want to get somewhat close so it doesn't get overly oniony. You can see the stock pot here doesn't work as well as the frying pan, so if you want to get a true saute, use the skillet. However, we're going to make this work, like I said, just so it's all in one pot. So this, we'll just want, again, keep it on medium heat and try and get all of the cauliflower down there. And we'll just want to saute them until they're lightly browned, or in this case, just cook them until they're lightly browned. If they don't get fully cooked, we will be boiling water or chicken broth in here later. So you'll just work with that. And so we'll do that and check back in. So now we've started cooking our cauliflower. You'll see it's just kind of becoming a little more translucent around the edges, and that will just kind of help hold in that oniony leek flavor. If the leek isn't enough, feel free to add onion, but I think the leek will have plenty of flavor. But once you've sauteed this a little bit, if you truly sauteed them, they'll be lightly brown around the edges. And some of mine are, it's hard to see in this kind of pot. But we'll go ahead and add 4 cups of chicken or vegetable stock. You can make this a vegan recipe by using vegetable stock. I am using chicken stock, and in fact I'm actually using water and chicken bouillon. But we'll just add this in, and then we'll want to bring this to a boil before simmering for about 15 minutes. We just want to make sure that that cauliflower is thoroughly cooked, because you don't want crunchy bits in your soup. Unless you do, then that is up to you. But we'll be making this into a blended cream soup. So we'll boil this for about 15 minutes before adding some more seasoning and blending. Now you can see we've boiled this down. It's all cooked pretty well here. Looks kind of mushy, which is just what we want. So we're going to add some spices. And we're going to start by adding in a teaspoon of thyme leaves. And if you don't like thyme, you don't have to add this, but we like that flavor. We'll also be adding in 4 cloves of garlic. Yes, we like garlic. I'm using this pre-chopped stuff, so that's 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, equivalent to the 4 cloves. And then we'll want just a teaspoon of this real lemon juice, and then we're going to mix it up and let it simmer again for another 5 minutes or so to let the flavors really combine. And then you can either use an immersion blender to blend this up, or I will be using a Ninja blender and transferring this pot over to the Ninja and then blending it up and then serving it warm, or you can save for later, but it should be a thick, creamy soup. Okay, so now that we've cooked it down, I'm just running it through our Ninja blender here. Just put the cover on, and we'll want to blend this until smooth. So you can see it doesn't really take too much to get this consistency. So then after we have that, I am just going to put it in a Pyrex bowl because we're not going to eat it right at the moment. Otherwise, if you are blending this hot, I let mine cool down. If you're blending it hot, you'll want to make sure you leave this lid open, or on your blender, a lid open, and just cover it with a washcloth because otherwise the steam will blow the lid off even though it has the locks. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour it in here. You can see it's a fairly creamy soup. If you wanted it creamier, you could add cream, but right now this is essentially a vegan dish except for the chicken bouillon, but like I said, you can use vegetable stock instead and get the same idea. So one other thing is if you want to dress this up when you're serving it, you could go ahead and cut up more leeks to put over top, or chives, something like that. Or you could hit it with a dash of something like paprika or another fun spice like that. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you want the full recipe, head over to the blog at thriftism.blogspot.com. Leave us a thumbs up if you like this, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us.